You are the sole timekeeper, and you decide time had expired when the ball was being played across the back line. It won't make you popular with the visitors, but disallow the goal and explain why. Everyone will have seen that you dropped the whistle, so they should accept your decision. Usually referees have the whistle attached by a lanyard to their wrist, a sensible precaution.
Well, welcome back, and that one was a tough one, wasn't it? I mean, what do you guys think of that?
How brave are you on that one?
Yeah, brave. I know what the law says. The law says you disallow them and you disallow a goal and blow full time, but any young referee out there, don't go looking for trouble. You're common sense. Hey, listen. No. Game management. Give the goal. Get back to the halfway line. Restart play, then blow your whistle. Look at Clive Thomas all those years ago. Brazil got sent home. Trevor Kettle, Wimbledon and Accrington. Look at the trouble he had.
Let me tell you.
Who's going to know? Who's going to know it's half term? Give the goal.
David Hurst has just scored the goal and you've dropped your whistle, mate. That's a goal.
It's a goal, mate.
But let me tell you now, or you will be whistling for a while when you ram it down your throat, mate.
To get out of that ground alive, you give the goal.
Very good. That might not be the answer that you're looking
That's right,
for.
though, for me.
That's right, it's game management.
Common sense.
Absolutely.
The whistle starts the game and the whistle ends the game. You can't just
Absolutely.
stand there shouting, that's it, lad, that's enough, I've dropped my whistle.
Oh, hang on, let me just pick it up.
We'll let these two debate this one.
As we spoke about the Euros, a lot of common sense went into refereeing, and that's what refereing's all about.
Common sense.
Yes,
Very brave
you
man.
got the laws of the game, but you referee within the laws of the game and using a little bit of that.
Absolutely. We'll let you make your own mind up on that one then. We'll get back in talking about the tournament as a whole. We've covered a lot of the refereeing and officiating in the first part. I want to talk about Renato Sanchez with Portugal, of course, won the final against France. Very promising young player. Is he a player that you would have liked to have seen in the Premier League?
I enjoyed watching him, I must admit. You can tell he's a young lad, but he's a young lad doing good things.
Yeah.
You know, so he lit the tournament for a poor Portugal up to the final, and I mean they went through and won it obviously, but I think they've been poor throughout. I think he was a bit of a bright spot
in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
The rest sort of draws, penalties, etc. Not really a team sort of that you'd think of going on and winning its performance throughout, is it? You know, you wouldn't have earmarked them.
But that's been the tournament all the way around. To be fair, like I said, there's not been a real handful of games that you said, wow, really enjoyed watching that. You know, it's all been a little bit bitty. Now, I think that comes down to the refereeing not letting, free kick. We normally see a lot of goals from free kicks. Them free kicks have not been given.
No.
You know, for the dives and what have you. Where in past competitions they have been. So we've shortened the odds a little bit for a good game. You know, and certainly lots of goals.
But you look at Sanchez and you look at Griezmann. I mean, they've been in and out, haven't they? I mean, because they're so young. I mean, I think he started slowly, and then into the middle he done well, and then obviously in the final his legs went, you know, his tiredness crept in, so they changed him. But it's great to see these young players. I mean, you know, you got a young lad yourself, your young son at Sheffield Wednesday, so you know what it's like about these young players coming through because you work with the academies.
Exactly. I mean, it's like any young player coming through. It's having a coach, a manager, a system that gives them a chance. They've got to prove themselves, obviously, and they've done it at club level. Now, to have an international manager that says, "Go on, I'll throw him in. Let's have a look at him at the big stage," as we've done in England, to be fair, and it backfired a little bit this tournament. You know, with the likes of Dele Alli and Dyer and such. You know, so it's great that we try and blood the young players through, but you've got to be careful with them.
Touching on that, Marcus Rashford, he only featured as a very much of a bit part player, made a big impact in the second game when he came on as a substitute, probably wasn't on the pitch for long enough. Would you like to have seen him play a little bit more, David, or you know?
I think for his own sake, no. Because if you're playing in a situation that we were in, you get labelled with it. The fact that he came on for the last 5 minutes and did look the part. He's had a very short career so far.
He's come out unscathed, doesn't he? Yeah.
Came out, for me, he's come out unscathed, I think there's going to be a lot of good times for Marcus Rashford, you know, coming in the near future, because he did show willing, he did show a little bit of difference in a poor side, let's be fair, a poor side underachieving. You know, so he does come out with a little pat on the back for me. And like I say, is it a good thing that he didn't play and get labelled as part of that squad? Because you forget about him a little bit as part of that squad. So I think it was a good thing he didn't play, but I'm sure it'll come in the future.
I think his attitude as well, it looks absolutely first class, and he looks like he's got an experienced head on him for a young for a young player. And Ursie's absolutely right. I mean, 5 minutes, he came on in those 5 minutes. I think he got behind him about three or four times, didn't he? So why they never brought him on? In today's game, it's about pace. If you've got pace, then you're gonna make things happen. So I just don't understand what we were doing.
Situation. I mean, you look at Rashford, you look at Barkley, you look at Stones, young, promising players, done well for the clubs all season. Rashford, obviously, a very short period of the season, and never gave the others. Never gave them a goal, really. You know, don't take an experienced pro if you're not going to use them.
We look at is it Sissoko at
I was just about to come on to him. Yeah, I mean, he's not done it at all for
Newcastle.
Really badly struggling Newcastle side. Why has he been so good in the Euros? He's been a different player, isn't he?
For me, he's playing with quality, and quality. Then you raise your game, don't you?
Yeah,
I mean, Ursty can speak about that.
It's you're playing with better players. In all positions.
Yeah.
A struggling Newcastle side. I'm not saying that the players are bad. They struggled. They didn't have a form or anywhere through the season. So it's always going to be difficult to fit into a team like that. You know, if you can be the main man and you get brought down to the level. You know, and it's hard then. The fans get on your back. You know, everything you try doesn't happen. You try harder and it gets worse. And it's probably a breath of fresh air for him to go away with the international side and get back to and showing the ability that he's got.
You're talking 100 million for Paul Pogba, for Sissoko. What did Newcastle sign for? About 15 million. Is there that gulf there? You know, who was actually the better player? Certainly last night, Sissoko or Pogba.
Be interested if he stays at Newcastle.
Well, exactly. When you're looking at transfer fees like that against two different sort of players, and it's a gamble for any club, any manager. You know, the manager that goes and sticks down £100 million for a player. He better work.
If
you'd out of work very quickly.
If I was Mourinho, I wouldn't be paying 100 million for him. But it's interesting with obviously Jose going to Man United, and obviously Van Gaal giving the younger players a chance. Now are we going to see that with Jose, because he hasn't got that reputation of bringing the young players.
If he's got the money pit that he thinks he's got of £100 million on one player, then I don't think the kids will get a chance. Now, if you're going to go around spending that sort of money, surely they've got players there with at least similar ability. That's not going to cost them as much money. It's a crazy figure, but hey, we've been saying for a number of years now that this bubble's got to burst, and it's actually just getting bigger and bigger.
Let's talk a little bit about Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, he went off injured in the final, and he struggled at first, didn't he? It's, again, like you said, slow start, got into it in the middle. Obviously, didn't play much of a part in the final. Is he a true great now that he's won the Euros? Obviously, Messi in the Copa America, he's come out, lost 4 finals in a row, World Cup, 3 Copa Americas, retired from the game. Does that give Ronaldo a bit of an edge in terms of that little battle that they have?
I don't think it gives him an edge. I think the Messi-Ronaldo battle will continue club level. Internationally, I think Messi will come out of retirement on that, to be honest. I think that's a rash statement after a bad season for him. Internationally, you know. So I think when he calms down a little bit and he starts missing that bit of a flavour for the international scene, I think he'd come back. But I mean, Ronaldo, one of the greats without a doubt, one of the greats in the game. Just for the enjoyment he gives you when you watch him, you know. For all, he's a bit Marmite, isn't he? You know, you love him or hate him, but he is one of the entertainers in the game, and he comes up with the goods. Okay, wasn't brilliant in this tournament, but he's had spells. You know, he lifts his team. Even when you see him coming off, he came off last night, and then he goes back on the pitch and he's patting geeing the players up. So he's a big part of that
they all
team.
Respond to him. They all really love him, don't they? His
Without a doubt, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's one of the, if not the best player in the world.
Because over the years he's pulled him through. I mean, he may be out of the game for 89 minutes, and all of a sudden that one bit of magic. And
He's took him to tournaments,
and
he's done things club level more than anybody else. I mean, he's got to be up there without a doubt. Now, how do you define the greatest player?
I mean, I've refereed him many times, and it's been fantastic. The rapport I've had with him, especially when sometimes he goes down, goes down too easy, and we have one or two words as you do on the pitch. And
like you say, steady down, Cristiano, and he says, "Sorry, I forgot your name." What's your name?
This is a family show, so we cannot repeat what goes on. But no, I mean, it's been fabulous to be on the same pitch as
I can imagine, and you know, it's like I say, for people to watch, he's phenomenal. He's an entertainer. The likes of Messi, he scores goals. Ronaldo has, for me, something else.
Thank you very much to Mark. Thank you very much to David.
I just say, it's so nice to work with a professional instead of that old fella Alan Biggs, by the way. Well done, James.
Biggsy, I'm in your cool, son. I've distanced myself from that.
I'm not commenting on that. Thank you very much for joining us yet again on the Ref Show. Remember to head over to youaretheref.com for more updates, articles, and of course videos as well from all our professionals. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.